Warfare by co-directed by Alex Garland and first-time director Ray Mendoza, right? Ray Mendoza, a actual soldier, an ex-soldier. This movie was told just it says from the beginning of the movie. It says this movie was told using the memories of
Yeah.
by a bunch of different soldiers. This movie is like a scene in a like a bigger war movie that has a story.
No. It's literally it's like a flashback. It's like the flashback scene of some soldier just came back from war, and
No, but the thing is,
that's what it feels like. It feels like it's just
yeah,
that.
but it
and
has
like-
no, but there's no story to this. It's like I'm just gonna tell you this something that
happened?
happened to us.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
They
gonna tell
they
like
extended
there's
a 5-minute story to like what, hour and a half.
it's these
It
guys
look-
are these guys
it looked
it's
cool.
these two teams are in Iraq, right? And they are just doing a surveillance mission, and the surveillance mission goes awry. That's all it is. I mean, but that's from the official synopsis, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that from the movie. The movie starts, and then all of a sudden, it's like almost an hour and 20 minutes of pure just screaming and yelling, and like they put you and not action like in your traditional thing. It's just like things that are happening. Like it's real. It's meant to be real. It's gory. There's a lot of gore. There's
Bro, those legs.
Yeah.
his
Mhm.
like when you get bro, these guys
that
they
Gandolfini
went
kid,
through some
he's
stuff.
going somewhere.
Yeah, that like, this movie stars a lot. There's a lot of people in here. There's Will Poulter. There's
He
Joseph
stabbed himself
Quinn.
with the morphine by accident. I was loving that scene.
There's Will Poulter, Joseph Quinn. There's Gandalf. That's the Gandolfini's son.
That kid, the Pharaoh, was
There's
good.
yeah, the other guy, the guy who was Adam Smasher in
Cosmo?
Black Adam.
Cosmo?
Yeah,
Cosmo
that's
Jarvis.
Wait, Kramer was in this?
no, that's the guy who gets his legs blown off completely. I was talking about Noah Centineo. He was also in it. From Black Adam. He was also in it. There's a lot of people that are in it. But
wait, who is he?
What you watched the movie? He was in the other team.
Oh, okay. I was
The
like trying
second
to
team.
wait.
Yeah.
But this movie does really just focus mainly on one of the there's two different teams that just split up into two to go take over two different places, and its focus is on Will Poulter's team, right? Joseph Quinn, Will Poulter. This movie is very slow, right? It's told kind of slow because it has to build it.
Also told in real time.
Yeah, that's what it feels, because it takes place from a night to an afternoon. That's it. It doesn't span more than that. And it's when the war or the warfare, from the title, when the warfare starts, it doesn't stop. There's a lot of shooting, there's a lot of explosions, and it felt to be real, right? It felt real. But there was no, for me, it's like, okay, this is you're just telling me like a chapter of a book. You're not giving me the whole book, right? It's like that's how it felt. It's like you put if this was a Hollywood movie, right? A Hollywood movie, you would get exposition explaining like how they, all this other stuff before and what happens after. You get more drama, like more other stuff. But you're now put like what did these characters actually go through? Just give me that scene. That's all it is. That's what the movie. It's not a bad movie. It's it's realistic. It's gory. It's visceral. It's tense. It is a tense movie, but it's one of those where there's no real hero, no real villains, right? There's none of that because
and that's what I like, that you have like big names. So you have like, Will Poulter and Joseph Quinn, but there's no real big star. It's just a nice cast, good actors, but they're all there and they're all putting in there.
Well, the best part is the fact that they're all young. They're all young guys. which is a lot of teams in the military are a lot younger guys. You rarely get the old guys go out there. They're usually extraction stuff, but younger guys are the ones that they're stuck out there, and you see how their reactions are, and it actually felt very, very real, very normal. The way they reacted and spoke to each other. But
these guys were SEALs, though. These guys were SEAls.
Were they?
Yeah.
I saw no flippers.
But
Son, Bob, you a rude motherfucker, you know that? You're cute as hell. Like to go down on you, suck you, line up 3 other guys, make like a circus seal.
but the cast really did a good. There's no one that outshined anyone. But I will say Joseph Quinn's screams got annoying after like when he was screaming, like because you feel like you're in that situation.
Bullet in his head. I'm just being
because you're in that situation. You're like I don't want to. I mean, obviously everyone knows you're in this building. Number one, when they go and overtake this apartment, this building, they take an innocent family. Technically, that's why it's another thing. It's like they're in the wrong, but also the Taliban. Who is? They didn't even say which one.
They weren't clear on it.
No, they weren't clear who they were. It was just people from Iraq, right? It was like They know they mentioned something in the movie, but it was just a lot going on. I know they mentioned there was a specific word that they used, but they're just like trying to get the Americans out of their town, right? Of that town that they're in, and these guys are doing surveillance, but they technically kidnap a family and take over their house, right? But again, this is war. That's what you feel like. This is war. But this movie puts you right in that position. You're part of the team. You're seeing everything, firsthand, kind of what's happening.
Well, that was actually a great part. I mentioned that families, because there's 2. They took over because 2 apartments. 2.
Yeah, it's a house that was broken into 2 apartments.
Yeah, that you saw those families upset and scared at the same time about like, we didn't do it. We don't have any weapons. We're not here. We're not here. We're not going to hurt you. Kind of thing. It's like, yeah. I know you're not. I just want to make sure you're cool. It's like, we're not cool. You broke into my house.
Yeah. I mean, look, for a first-time co-director, Ray Mendoza, I think Alex Garland let him take the reins on a lot of directing of this movie. Look, I didn't like Alex Garland's last movie, Civil War. I did not like that movie. I thought that movie was
okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Right. I just didn't think it was that great. I liked Ex Machina. I liked
Ex Machina.
His movies are hit and miss, right? Hit or miss, right? His movies are hit or miss.
But
I like the fact that
behind for you. That's the thing. They've been able to kind of leave an impression.
Right, but that's not what I was getting to.
No, but whether you like it or not, they still impress. They give you something.
No, but that's not what I was talking about. What I was trying to say is like he let Ray Mendoza take the reins on a lot. Ray Mendoza was, and I did some research. Right, Ray Mendoza was the war supervisor or the choreographer for Civil War. That's where
some
they
other
started
movies
working
too,
together.
right?
Yeah, he did other movies, but like with Alex Garland, it was Civil War, and then Alex Garland, from what I know, he's saying that he's going to take a step back from directing. This is a perfect way of doing it. Bring in a brand new first-time director, let them tell the story, and let you, Alex Garland, the seasoned director, hey, I'll show you how to make this movie look good. I'll show you what to use. I'll show you how to make these movies, and I think this movie was well done. For me, it would just you're putting me in you're giving me a chapter of a part of a chapter of a book. I didn't get the full book with this movie, and I guess that's how it's meant to be. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was like, geez, like with the things these guys went through in a matter of hours. Right, that's kind of what it tells you, in a matter of hours.
I also I loved the no music, so you're just there experiencing everything they're experiencing too.
Yeah, it felt realistic. This was a realistic take. You didn't get like a hardcore rock soundtrack when these guys are shooting. You get none of that.
And the
but
sound.
also the sound. That's what I say. This movie.
I watched it in Dolby Atmos, and when that first IED goes off, ooh, it shook everything.
When they come and clear the streets with the plane,
Oh,
and you just hear or when the tanks are shooting.
Mhm.
Man, this movie was really made with sound design
They put
in
detail to
mind
it.
because
They
That's
put
an
nice
Oscar nom.
detail to it.
Mhm.
I mean, the movie's not long. Like the story itself is not long enough for me to give two shits after a while, but you care about that moment. And
the movie's not
problem is
long at all. The movie's
no,
like an hour and 30, right? An hour
but
and 30.
the problem with the movie is that it feels like it's a moment in a story that you're trying to figure out. Okay, what is this? One thing I enjoyed was you had these guys. You saw moments where like they started getting traumatic. It was traumatic to them. They'd stopped, they'd paused, they'd had these nice dramatic, like, holy shit, what happened? And you can see it's like they had to focus on that because every little thing can fuck somebody up. Like the guy who he was standing still for a while, like, hey, you good? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just
Dude, it said that, and that's another thing. They really didn't say like you didn't know who was hurt, who wasn't. Like
who was the main character? There's no such
there
thing
was
as the
no
main
there was
character.
there,
The
yeah,
whole
in this
team
movie there
was
was
the
no
main
main
character.
Yeah, because Will Poulter said he was hurt too. How bad was he hurt? You don't know. The only two people they focus on, and I like you think that just one of these guys is gone, and then like throughout the movie, like holy crap, like all this like I was like even people in the theater were surprised when when stuff happened, when like certain things happen in the movie. But also I will say this movie is not for everyone. People walked out.
Oh yeah.
People walked out like this is not a there was people that walked out during the movie and never came back. This movie is like we said, visceral.
I mean, you
but
can't
there's
you
also
can't bang in the theater for this movie. Sorry.
there's also no real character development and no character explanation, right?
No.
This movie, like I said, it's a scene in another bigger movie. Because I didn't know if
But even in that little time that you see these characters, you see the brotherhood that they have. You see how close they are, even with the new guy that's in the story in their team.
Yeah, and I think he's suffering at one point. It looks like he's suffering from a concussion. Also, the other guy who's on the radio looks like he's suffering from something, and they don't really explain.
Oh, that whole scene with the radios.
Uh-huh.
When you hear the radios and the comms going by, and he's just like, and he unplugs it, and it's like, oh man, that's good.
Because they put you in his position.
Yeah.
They put you in his position. I was getting like there was too much going on. There was too much going on, and when he unplugged, I'm like, oh, I got a chance to.
Yeah.
All right,
you felt like you had to breathe at the same time.
Yeah. It's
it puts that moment in you. At the same time, you relive it the way he got. So
this movie does a great job in putting you in their shoes, details especially, but putting you in their shoes and having a sense of compassion for them for what they went through. And then you see them at the end because it's based on true events,
on a bunch of memories of the team, and some people faces are blurred out, and I'm assuming they're blurred out because those guys are still in the military, right?
Possibly,
the people who aren't in the military, right? But it's there's the one like it's a movie, but you don't get the like a lot of character explanations of things. I thought like when I'm watching the movie, the guy on the radio and the guy who's the sniper, I thought they were brothers because the way like actual brothers, not just like team brothers, like a band of brothers. I like that they had some sort of relationship like that because he was the only one trying to pull him in, right? And if you watch the trailers give you part, but they don't give you the whole. They don't give you nearly enough. And I think I do think like if you like sound design, if you like war movies, like this is a movie for you. There's like they do a lot in this movie in the span of like an hour and 30. I think that's how long the movie is. Not that long. But
I think it's 138 minutes. I think
but from when the movie starts to when the movie ends, you finally get to breathe by the time
Yeah.
the movie's over, because it's a barrage of firefights and airplanes and tanks and
You're welcome.
all taking place in the little screen, all in the little street. It's I think Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland did something interesting with the movie.
I'm looking
And
forward
I-
to seeing them work together again.
Yeah,
If they do,
I would
they
want to
could-
see what else they can make. I want to
because
see
if
what
they
else
can
make.
put a better bigger story to kind of like not
Tell a
better,
full story. Tell
yeah,
a full
it's just-
story.
just get there and actually have the details that one or the other has. You know that both their visions can actually work in a pretty good war movie. It's just I'm kind of curious on what if they work together again, what they'll put together.
Well, they did
Yeah.
great with this. That's all I know.
Yeah,
They did a great
yeah.
job.
I think
This is the movie
this
to
was
watch.
a surprise. This was a surprise for me. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but also critique have so much to say about the movie. Right? I was like, oh, it's just gonna be another war movie. No, but this movie there's a lot in it for what you get. And
The ending,
and
the ending was a little like a little like, oh wait, that's it.
well, that's the whole point of the movie. It's like
Yeah, no, but
it's an
I mean,
extraction. That's all it is.
yeah, but
they
the
have to
way
be
they
extracted.
just went, okay, good, they went, and then like when the family comes out, I was like, what the?
What did you want it to end with, like a Linkin
Like-
Park song?
Apparently got so numb.
But if you guys saw,
A24 is on fire, dude.
not everything, but yeah,
Most of it. Most of their stuff.
most of it, they're doing
I
a
give
good
them
job.
90% job.
Yeah,
Like what?
I'll get it.
90%.
But
A24.
but if you guys,
No,
if
well,
you guys saw,
No, we got
yeah, if you guys if you guys saw Warfare, let us know what you guys thought. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Were you guys one of the ones that walked out of the theater? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. This has been Vinny.
It's Ozzy.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
Ah!